we had a false start there. Hi, CSA Posse. This is Genevieve. I'm here at the Peas Farm for week 2 of CSA Harvest, and Josh will be with us in a sec. He's going to tell us all about the yummy veggies that are on their way to you this week, and it'll vary a little bit depending on what farm you go to, but this is just the Peas Farm haul this week. Before we start on week 2's harvest, I just wanted to make a few call outs, and I'm looking at my cheat sheet to make sure. There have been a few great posts from members on things like Steve Allison Bonnell has a great one on how to store your greens and to chop them up in advance, which I had never heard of before, but it actually keeps them fresh, and they're washable, and then you can just use them right away. So check that out. Marilyn Riggs also had a great greens storage, some boxes that you can use. Jody Allison Bonnell talked about fridge space. And Grace Decker had a great protein, adding protein to your salad kind of recipe formula that you can use. And Melody Stanger had a really cute kid video, which is always worth checking out. And Nick Shantz also posted a great greens with peanut sauce recipe. So make sure to scroll on through those things and check those folks out. And now let's go into the barn and see what Josh has for you. He's making his last sweeps, making sure it looks tidy in here for CSA members. What you got for us, Josh?
Oh, such a good variety today. Should we start on this end?
Let's start on this end.
Okay. So starting over here, it looks an awful lot like spring or early summer. So we have lettuce, not just lettuce, but we have heaps of lettuce. Today, CSA members are getting not one, but two heads of lettuce. And check these guys out. That's a lot of lettuce. And bok choy, emblematic of the time of year. Part of the brassica family, the cabbage family. And it tastes a lot of what we're going to see here are brassicas, and we have a lot of these brassicas in the spring because we can grow them and they can handle the frost. Bok choy has this beautiful white stem that's sweet and crispy and really delicious. See, these leaves look pretty hammered. We had 3 hailstorms in one day, 3 hailstorms in 1 hour, plus the big giant hailstorm a few days earlier than that. Beets, which come from our hoop house. It's wonderful to have beets this size right now. Carrots, and these were from thinning. We thinned carrots in our second hoop house, so they're a little bit small, but we made big bunches. We have broccoli.
And can you use the carrot greens?
You sure can. The carrot greens are the sister of parsley, and there's a little cult following around this, making carrot green pesto.
Oh, interesting.
So take some carrot greens, sun-dried tomatoes, olive oil, garlic, a drop of balsamic, some salt in the Cuisinart, zip, 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 and then some pasta, and off you go.
Wow.
And when picking up these carrots for storage, you should break the greens off and put the carrots themselves in a plastic bag, close that plastic bag up and put it in the fridge, and then they'll keep for a couple weeks.
And that's the same probably with the beets?
Absolutely.
Or any of those?
And everything here, put it in a plastic bag. I hate to sound like I'm worshiping at the altar of plastic, but put these things in food-grade plastic bags, put them in the fridge, and they'll keep really well. Put them in loose, and they'll be wilty in a couple days, and you'll be all grumpy. So, and with the beets, it's a good point. The greens are edible, and these early spring beets have wonderful greens and taste really good. You can make a whole dish out of the greens or the beets. Same with the carrots. So moving down the line, we also have the first broccoli of the year, a marquee vegetable. People get really excited about broccoli.
A marquee vegetable,
Absolutely.
I like that.
Marquee vegetable. Unlike its neighbor over here, the tatsoi, which is an unsung vegetable. Marquee vegetable, unsung vegetable. Tatsoi is another leafy green in the brassica family, like the bok choy, though it tastes a little bit different. It's a little less cabbagey. This as well was hammered in frost. It tastes really good. You can eat this raw or cook it. I would not do that though. I would advise cooking it just a little bit, just till it wilts. In a pot or a skillet, a little bit of water, a little bit of oil, and a lid till it wilts and changes color. And then it accepts whatever flavor profile you want to go for. So it's really, this is ideal with Asian flavors, so you could do sesame oil, ginger, tamari, garlic, rice vinegar, and go that direction. Or you could head off and go to India and do like turmeric and coriander and garam masala, and it would be really yummy that way too, even with rice or noodles. Or you could do salt, pepper, and lemon on the side with your meatloaf and be American.
So is this sort of like it cooks like spinach, would you say? Or is it
Different family, but the method of cooking would be the same. Yeah, I
Length.
totally agree. Yeah, and really good parallel with spinach. That the cooking sin here would be to turn this into mush. The same thing with spinach. So just a little bit, and you're good. Like flash. Same thing with the tatsoi. So down here we have mustards, yet another representative of the brassica family, and a leafy green.
Kendra says she's getting hungry watching this.
So the mustards we have green and red. Mustard greens are really strong, like way spicy, so they need to be cooked a bit more. But once cooked, have just an absolutely wonderful flavor. And I read about new way to me cooking these the other day. Slice the stems a little bit, crinkle them up, throw them in boiling salt water for just a minute or two, and then take them out, put them in a skillet with garlic and a little bit of olive oil, and there you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Or if you were in the South, you could fill a whole pot full and cook it all day with a ham hock.
So that's like, that's like a collard
Southern.
green.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Then we have radishes. And people eat radishes raw all the time in salads. One kind of fun thing to do would be to slice them in little chunks, roll them in oil and salt, and roast them. And then they have a really rich flavor instead of that sharp flavor. And it would be wonderful paired up with the kohlrabi, yet another member of the brassica family. And the leaves are edible. But the heart of this kohlrabi is in the root. It's not the root actually, it's an above ground bulb. But what you would do is peel the purple rind off, and what's left inside is this kind of soft, bright green, crunchy, sweet, full of water, and tastes a lot like the stalk of a broccoli, which a lot of people would be like, oh, I throw that away, or what's all that about? It's actually really wonderful, and roasts really good. So you could roast these guys in tandem with some of those carrots or beets. They look really beautiful. It's a little bit fall-like rather than spring, but spring and fall are kind of mirror images of one another, and I feel like it's okay to go that direction either side. And you can eat the greens too.
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake people make with these is not peeling them enough. And then
Oh,
they
there
have
you
that
go.
woody-
There you go.
that woody
Yeah,
texture.
the rind is for your compost or your chickens. So then we have broccoli rabe, which is yet another leafy green. We do the same deal with this, light cooking. And this one's got kind of a sharp flavor. So make sure and cook it, but not too long, and then mix with any flavor profile you want. First scallions of the year, and you can see the hail damage here, but they're also beautiful too. So, and scallions, everyone knows how to eat scallions. The garnish for all things. So. Kale, the most famous vegetable of the 21st century. And we have 3 flavors, red, black, and green. This one is called black, even though it's actually just dark green. It's also called Tuscan kale or dino kale, or the kale of many names. Dark, and then here's the green, and here's the red, which is actually purple. And the same element in these plants makes purple cabbage, makes purple kale, makes purple kohlrabi. And a lot of people strongly believe there's a correlation between color and nutrition. And lots of nutritionists talk about DGLVs as the key to health, dark green leafy vegetables. And that's most all of this. You eat this kind of food all the time, and move your body about outdoors and have friends and sleep enough, you'll be really good. So over here, we have a brazen green mix. So this is baby kale and baby arugula. And this you could eat raw, or you could cook just ever so lightly. I made a pesto out of it the other day that I feel like turned out really well. Again, through some last year's sun-dried tomatoes, Cuisinart, oil and salt, a little bit of lemon, and garlic, and it was totally wonderful.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, raw or cooked. And in a bag like this, it'll keep all week. And it's washed and ready to go. And here we go, the last one, the one that everyone will be excited about. And it's not kohlrabi or broccoli rabe. The fragaria, here we go. Strawberries.
Mm-hmm. I think you need to cook these for sure, right?
And this is just the first strawberries of the year. We will have lots more. This was just literally the tip of the iceberg. It's going to explode over the next couple weeks. And if everything goes well, according to how things look in the field right now, we will be able to segue from strawberries to raspberries, and hopefully from raspberries to early apples, but anything could happen to thwart the very best of plans.
Wow. Cool.
Bring your own bag.
Well, thank you so much,
Yeah,
Josh.
thanks
That
a
was
lot
an
for your
amazing
interest and
rundown.
for coming up.
Yeah. So we will see you guys next week for we're not sure which farm, but we will have another Harvest Hall rundown next week. And until then,